Hello there. Little review of the TP4B Blackout. As you can see, I'm dressed for the occasion. I want to bounce it off against the older version of it, the TP4B brown version or something. I've had this for 4 years and I just wanted to see how they were, how they matched up and stuff, and any differences between the two. I've dropped them on the bench and covered the bench up with a bit of plasterboard, and obviously you can see the plasterboard's been drawn on as well. That's our 5-year-old. She loves to draw our new house on anything white that she can get hold of, especially when she finds one of Daddy's pencils. Anyway, so these things that come with the bags, I've actually managed to find the old one. Well, I've had that 4 years, so I've kind of kept hold of it. The you know, the kind of tech, the spec sheet, if you like, and yeah, I call these kind of birth certificates or whatever, but just something I quickly noticed. You can see on the top there, it says 15 vertical pockets. Now on the Blackouts version here, it says 22 vertical pockets, so it's definitely something I'm going to have a look at. Now I'll move this back here a second, and the key features and the spec and everything else, I'll leave that in the description to the video, so don't worry about that. I'll just keep that out of shot over there for a second. This is what we've come to look at. So what's inside? Dead easy really, to be honest. You just flip it forward and you can see, so we've got the usual, so we've got a strap, the bag and stuff that comes with it, some stickers, and then that's obviously talking about the warranty, 5-year warranty, 0 time if you register it. Put that over there for a second. What else have we got in there? Yeah, we've got the stuff we love to find in there, that stuff for keeping moisture out of the way. Pockets seem very similar to the old one. Obviously there's absolutely nothing in it at the moment. Lift this front bit up here, see what's inside there. So we've got the usual 5 verticals down in there. There's no other pocket, no other secret pockets or anything like that, so that's it. Quite durable kind of texture to it. One thing I did notice, the difference between this bag and this bag is the handles. Can you see, if I just flip this one round, can you see the handle difference? You see that at all? So this one on the left here, it's a completely different shape. It's got some grooves for your fingers or whatever to shove in there, you know, and the way kind of, you know, the way you hold it. It's slightly thinner. It's got the similar clips there, the little metal clips to grip it. They're almost exactly the same, but this one, just like the TPLC, you've got Veto Pro Pack wrote in there. Again, nice little touch, and the handle itself is a lot thicker, it's a lot chunkier than this, the older TP4B here. You can see it's that one was a lot thinner and this one's a lot thicker, so that's something. I think they've possibly nicked that idea from the TP5B. Still yet to count these pockets up though and see where the extra pockets are coming from. I'll just spin them this way, we'll have a little bit of a sound off. So we've got 1 here,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
I guess they're calling that a pocket. It is, so there is actually 22 on there. Okay, now on the TP4B they were saying there was 15, well the TP4B brown should I say. I'm calling it the brown anyway, as it's, you can see, look at how state of that, all scuffed and scratched over the years and places I've been hanging it and stuff. But yeah, the TP4B brown, there should be the same pockets. So we got 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
So in terms of pockets, there's exactly the same amount in the TP4B brown, old school version, as there is in the 2022 Blackout version. I don't know what that meant with these little cards or anything, where they thought there was some extra pockets or why they didn't mention them in the first place. But in that way, they're identical other than the colour. If I just push where the tape clip goes, you can see under the tech series it says Blackout there in black stitching, black writing. Not sure what the need was to write that on there. We can pretty much work out that it's the Blackout version, but there it is. I have seen these with people have kind of modified them. I love modifications, all the different mods that you can get for these bags and stuff. People personalise them. It's always good to see. But I've seen it where they've got the marker pen out and they've actually gone over the Veto Pro Pack emblem there and made all that black and this black and stuff. So yeah, no shiny on any of it. There's also the the belt loop, which is pretty robust up here, because I've seen these on various tool belts. They do work well on tool belts, you know, where you can add them onto, like, you know, you've got another, like you'll have this on one side of your leg or your hip or whatever, and you might have a, you know, the OG one on the other side, or a different bag or something. But they do work well for that, and you've really got, can just about fit 3 fingers in there, so I don't know, decent width of a belt to go in there. So from one of the newest bags to one of the oldest bags, oldest to me at least, this is probably my oldest Veto product. This is you can see the TP3. You'll notice there's no B on the end, and that's because there's no plastic base on there. Basically just a cloth material, whatever fabric that is. You're not going to be sitting that down in anything wet on the grass or anything like that, because it will soak through and stain. Speaking of staining, you can see there's a bit of staining up top here. You can see it on the front maybe as well. The sun's just bleached it or dyed it a little bit. I think I did have it in the window for a while, or I don't know. It's been somewhere, obviously, and with me owning it so long, what do you expect? But it's still in great working order. There's nothing wrong with it. Everything's still, Velcro's still as sharp as it should be. You know, the handle's great. Again, a lot like the TP4B handle. But this is the smallest and oldest tool pouch that I've got. But yeah, a little comparison between them there. And while we're in a comparison mood, let's bring in the TP5B. Shove that back there, push that back there, and that's how big the TP5B is to these other ones. And you can see, I'm not going to go rivaling around this thing. It's just this has served me really well as well. Great for great grab bag and stuff, but I don't know what these things are on the side, you know, these little Velcro things. I know they were like saying people, you could put your hammers in there and I don't know, whatever else, crowbar or 2 different hammers or something. Not for me, but I want to put this down somewhere. I don't want no hammers swinging about up here. I never used those, but it's I use the TP5B as basically a TP4B but bigger, because you can see it's got an extra pocket up in the whole thing's wider. It's even got a chunky handle, and I think, like I said earlier, I think that's where they got the idea for the TP4B Blackout sandal. Again, with that little Veto Pro Pack etching on the top. As you can see, I'm a big fan of the tool pouches with the 3, the 5 and the 4 back there, and the new Blackout version here. These are normally loaded out and stuff, but just because I want to be able to move them up and down and around and spin them upside down and everything, I've emptied them. This one stayed loaded out merely for the fact that, well, it'll probably topple over if I take things out of it. Plus, I don't know, I just basically took it off its hook that it sits on just to show you for demonstration reasons. So there's no hidden pockets for the TP4B. Like it says 15 here and 22 here. They basically both have 22 pockets. I'm calling this the TP4B OG, by the way. The only real difference is the fact that this one's black and it has a slightly different handle. And it's got the word Blackout wrote on it. Let me know in the comments down below, guys, if you like the Blackout range, the OG brown range, or the high vis range. They've got the orange and the yellow high vis, or orange and green, however you want to look at it. They've also got the camo range as well. But I do like the OG. I also like the Blackout. If you're interested in the TP4B Blackout, then Epic are running a spring promotion at the moment, so go ahead and check their website out. Again, I'll leave a link in the description to it, and you can purchase 1 bag and get this completely free.